How's it going, guys? It's Thomas on Planet Tech. Welcome back to another stream. This is the Brickworld Chicago 2024 recap. Just a super chill stream tonight. Not going to stream for long. I've just had to endure one of the dullest England games I've ever had to witness in all of my life. That was that was not fun. But yeah, I'm just gonna chat Brickworld Chicago, really answer any questions that anyone has. Yeah, just chill for 40 minutes or half hour, 40 minutes, hour, whatever. Yeah, just go over some of the stuff we got up to, and yeah, just generally have a good time hanging out. Nothing crazy today, but if you could all give the stream a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. Let's check in with chat. We got Emily here. Hello everyone. I'm going to have to be part of the replay gang as I'm not feeling good, so going to rest. Hope everyone as well. No worries, Emily, appreciate you on the replay gang. Hope you feel better soon. Hey Andy and Mark, good to see you. Graham Gillies as well. Hello. Firebird, hey Caleb, how you doing, man? Simon, wait, is this starting on time? Where's Tech and who's this? I know. New. I don't know what the phrase is. Don't get used to it, Simon. Just don't even get used to it. Hey Rosie, how you doing? Lauren as well. Good to see you. Southgate out, and I'm torn because he's given us some of the most exciting football of our. I'd say exciting. He's given us the best tournament runs in my lifetime. Yeah, watching that was just rough. Hey Tim, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Okay. So yeah, Brickworld Chicago 2024. What a time. So this was my third year in attendance. And yeah, it was really good. I'll be honest. I struggled a little bit. With just being away from Penelope and Paige like that. I didn't quite realize how much that was gonna kind of take its toll, play its effect on me and my social battery and just things like that. I wasn't quite prepared for that. So that was my one little bit of a regret. I don't think I gave all to some of my friends, and I was probably not as present or not as just present, and yeah, I guess present is the perfect term. I didn't feel like that at all times, or at least as much as I would have liked to, which is a bit of a shame. But nonetheless, I still had a fantastic time. I got to meet tons of my friends again, and got to meet up with tons of my friends again, which is just always a great time. Got to meet a ton of new people as well, which is just fantastic. It's such a great experience going to Brickworld. Just generally everyone is in pretty good spirits. We obviously got everyone there's got the common interest of Lego. However, getting to know people on a lot more personal level is fantastic, and getting to know people outside of their online presence or persona, for some, I guess, for want of a better term. But yeah, it's just a really great experience. There was a load of the UK gang over this time as well, which was fun. So Carrie and Ian come over. Lady McBrick, Nicole, honorary UK gang. She was there. We had John T, Sam, Greg, of course. I think that was all of the UK gang, right? Am I missing anyone else? I think that was it. But no, it was a really good time. Really good time. And yeah, I had said in the run-up that this is going to be the last time I go for a while, and that is getting harder and harder to commit to, because of just how much fun I had at the convention. Couple of brickheads, how are you doing? Dude, I have never been so exhausted from a convention. I think it's probably the added travel, and yeah, I barely drunk this year. I could count on one hand the amount of drinks I had this year, which usually wipes me out. Yeah, I was so much more exhausted and tired, and I feel like I got more sleep than I ever did in past years. Like, I just don't, something there didn't quite add up. Something there didn't quite add up, but yeah. Oh, England's pieces just didn't fit against the Lego man. That is too true, Andy. Too true. Hey guys, how we doing? You're fine, take. Thank you, Lauren. Love you lots. Okay. Hope you're over the jet lag. I thought I was. I don't think I am. I really don't think I am. I thought I did it. I thought I worked it well. I thought going out there, you stay up the night before, and then you can sleep on the plane. And oh my god, I slept like a baby on the way there. I woke up twice. No, I woke up once. I fell asleep before we'd even taken off. And they had put the middle seat was free, so they put my food on the middle table. Didn't want to. I woke up at some point, looked at it, I was like, not for me. Went back to sleep, and then I woke up again, and it was about like half hour, and we were going to be landing in Chicago. It was amazing. Like that part was fantastic. But yeah, coming back, I have flight delays. It was a bit of a thing. I was due to leave at 10:30. My flight got delayed 3 times, I think, and we didn't end up leaving until probably like 1:45. I don't think is probably when we took off. But again, I did manage to fall asleep before the plane took off, which was good. But yeah, the delays and stuff, it just made for it just felt like a long trip. But the annoying thing was, I stepped into my taxi to take me to the airport after it had already been delayed an hour. So I pushed my taxi back an hour. As I stepped into the taxi, it like jumped up another like 45-50 minutes or whatever. So that was like another 50 minutes I could have spent hanging out with people. But is what it is. Yeah, but yeah, the jet lag is still lingering at the moment, guys. So hopefully I get rid of that pretty soon. Tech Andy Murray have Lego foosball. Oh, dude, my redemption arc is on. So ACOB hosted the World Championship Lego Table Foosball Tournament. Last year, I got to the semis and I got beaten by Beth, who ended up going on to win it last year. So I only lost to the winner last year, and then this year was a ton of fun. I went back in. I had my team full of sig figs again. The narcissism in me was like, yeah, let's do it again, and then I made it all the way to the finals, and I got beaten out in I won the first. So it's first to 5 in the games up into the final, and then the final is best 2 out of 3. I won the first game. I scored probably like the first 3. I think I scored pretty quickly in the first game. And I think the other guy got 1 or 2 back, and then I finished that game. He won the next game, and then it's quickly slid after that, so that was a shame, but it was a lot of fun. I'm there like nervously like trying to play table foosball in front of a ton of people. It's crazy, but it was good fun. So I feel like next year I've got to go back and take the prize home, and the redemption arc is on. By the way, anyone else disappointed that Denmark's national anthem isn't Everything Is Awesome? That is a petition that needs to be made. Sounds like an age thing. Oh, I think it might be Simon, and fatherhood, yeah. I'm pleased you had a nice time. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yeah, it was great. It was great fun. The convention being with the hotel is just like super convenient. Hey, Hive, how are you doing? Tim as well. Good to see you. How was driving in America? Okay, so funny story. So I had planned to rent a car for America this year. I want to get experience driving on the other side of the road, the wrong side of the road. And I was a little bit nervous because there's the one thing that kind of bothers me is the like you can go on certain red lights, and I was like trying to get my head around that. I was prepared to watch like a ton of YouTube videos. However, on like the Monday night, I went to go and book the car because I said to Jonty and Sam, like, we're all getting the same flight out. I'll drive us like from the airport to the hotel. It'll be fine. It'll be good. So I went to go and go book the car, and I went to go get my driver's license, and I realized that my driver's license actually expired in December last year, so I didn't have a valid license to be able to take with me, which is what I need to hire the car. Proper like facepalm moment. There isn't really an excuse. There is a slight excuse. It's still on me, obviously. Absolute muppetry there. But basically, I had changed part of my name just before Penelope was born last year, and in that I had to get a new driver's license. So in like September, October last year, I got a new driver's license. So it didn't even cross my mind or think that I would need a new one. I just in my head, I've recently got a new driver's license. It'll be fine. So that was that. So we didn't end up getting the car. I had to Uber. It was all right. Caleb was super kind. Drove us about. So did Jake. Jake Tromper. That was really kind of them. They were super useful. And then we just kind of infilled with Ubers and Lyfts and stuff. So that was all good. At least you weren't stuck with Sam and Jonty. Dude, I know. Oh my god. So Sam and Jonty only just landed this morning. At about 7:30, I think they ended up landing. Their flight so I left Sunday night. They were due to leave like late Monday afternoon. They went into the city with Caleb for a bit. And yeah, so that when they got to the airport, their flight got delayed a couple of times, and then their flight just got completely cancelled. There was no flights leaving on Tuesday, so they had to get one on Wednesday, late Wednesday, and they had to go to Dallas first and then fly back. It sounded like a nightmare. I would be driving on the wall. I'd be getting, oh my god. It would have been crazy. I would have been demanding so much from that airline. If that was me, I would for you men. But yeah, so luckily that they are both back home. Well, I think they should be home now, but they are on English soil, which is the main thing. You mean the correct side? I do not mean the correct side of the road, Hive. No, I do not. How are you driving in America without an American driver's license? You can drive on the you can drive with a valid license from another country. But yeah, you just need that license to be in date for when you go hire a car. You mean the proper way to drive a car? Come on now, on brand. It is so on brand. It is absolutely so on brand. Hey Shy, how you doing, mate? Well, it sounds like your first overseas driving experience will be the Chandler trip to the Lego factory. I think it will be, Simon. Yeah, I think that's going to be the next thing. That is insane. Paul Johnson said, dude, I know. When I love those guys to pieces, but oh my god, I'm glad it was them and not me. I was so ready on like Sunday evening when I got to the airport. I was just like, when it kept getting delayed, just like little bit. I was like, I just really want to get home and see my family. And like, I was just so ready to be home at that point that if they cancelled my flight and told me I couldn't have got a flight until like, I'd have been fuming. I'd have been demanding a private jet home. It'd have been crazy. But yeah. Hey Jack, how you doing? Text back. Yo, let's go. TJ, how we doing, man? I hope you're feeling okay. For those of you who don't know, TJ sadly had to pull out of Chicago this year because he contracted COVID just before the event, which is such a shame. I was so looking forward to seeing your mock. But I guess another reason that I can put in the docket to plead to for Paige to let me go next year is that I didn't see TJ's mock this year, and hopefully he'll be bringing it next year. If Johnson and Sam stayed any longer, they'd be Americans. Yeah, and so Sam's mock as well. So we had taken the pod race, or at least the stands of the pod race, which is about 10 base plates worth, and it got there. Well, it barely got there. The pieces got there. I have to say, the sections I bought managed to rock up pretty intact. They didn't do too bad. But yeah, that was just like because the other thing was, because it was, although it was like a collab build, because the pod race is like mine and Sam's thing, those sections were entirely done by Sam. Like, I literally brought Anakin's pod with me, and that was it. So there was like, I could have done a little bit of tiling on the base plates, but other than that, like, I really couldn't help him, and it was one of those things that no one could have helped him. So we may have just about got it somewhat presentable, but Sam would have had the worst time. Like, he would have been building right up until till public days. He would have missed out on so much. It would have just took so much time. So we were just like, let's just don't worry about it. Put it in the case. The other thing was like, he could build it all back up again, and then he'll bring it home, and I'm sure there's going to be damages and stuff to it now. So yeah, it just wasn't worth the time that that we would have lost on it. So I just figured out a lot of signs are different here than that. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot to learn. I saw a video on the Germany factory. I want to go now. Yeah, it looks so sick. It looks so sick. Hey Jake, how you doing? Yeah, come over for Bricktastic, TJ. Bring it and display it. That'd be great. Right, have I missed any other things from up there from Jake's? Sam came back to the UK with a cowboy hat. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. That boy bought so much stuff. Okay. I'm feeling better. I return next year with a mock. Good stuff. Yeah, I was wondering, was transporting the mocks hassle-free? Absolutely not. Anything but hassle-free, I think, especially on Sam's end. Duel of the Fates fell apart, and there was one section that I think I talked about this when I first built it, but in studio, the angles on the way that it's built, it's in like little sections that the hinge plates all line up. I should have done the maths on the angles of the plates, but in studio it looked like it was all going to work out. In real life it didn't, so I had to modify one of the wedge sections, and I just never, it's like it's sturdy enough to like put in a box and like move around the house or like move to a convention in the UK, but in a suitcase it just completely crumbled. So I took a bit of time to try and fix that. That took a bit of time. But other than that, I think I still had Duel of the Fates up within like an hour and a half, maybe. So I didn't waste too much time on that. I was building the Sabrina Carpenter mosaic. That had its all dramas because I parted out the Elvis set, and then I forgot one of the bags. Because like if you part out one of the mosaic sets, all of the studs or all of the 1x1 tiles come in their own colored bag. And I must have just forgot to pick up the light nougat, the regular nougat one, which was exclusive to that set in like any decent quantity. So I had to buy a set that had medium nougat pieces in there and replace it with that. That's why like some of the arm looks a little bit weird. So I'm definitely gonna tweak that before I send that round the UK for Brick Festivals. But yeah, I got the TikTok, and another annoying thing, so I edited the TikTok the next day after we had finished filming it, and I edited it in the hall, and then I forgot to mute some of the clips of me doing the voiceover, so you can hear me talking, and it makes me cringe, and I'm annoyed, and it's probably affected the performance of the video because my blubbering mouth's over there. But it was stressful, I tell you now. It was stressful trying to get those people to help me out, but I'm very appreciative of their time, and I think it was worth it. The TikTok that I had envisioned come through, and I was really happy with it. So that was something. Make some bricks. Hello, hey tech, and all sounds and looks like you had an amazing time, dude. It was so much fun. It was really fun. Just like I said, just meeting tons of new people. I got to meet Brickmaster Harry. Oh man, Jake's friend Zane was really cool. Just like such a nice guy. Hanging out with him was a lot of fun. I'm just Yako as well. Star Wars Lego. What's it? Star Wars fan room, or SW fan room. Really great guy. Yeah, it was really cool getting to hang out with a ton of new people, as well as all of the usuals. Probably not in 25, but hopefully one day. Fingers crossed, TJ, you get over here, because that'd be great. Shame to you. We want to get the American contingent over to the UK. It will be fun. It will be fun. So most of our wouldn't have survived, I take it. I mean, it all depends on how you packed it, but I would hazard a guess that no, Rosie. I would put my bets on no, it probably wouldn't have. So I think you made the right decision in the end. I think it looked like a bag of pieces in the store. It looked like he just bought his parts collection. Some of the sections, it was not good. I actually think so. So the plan was that when I went down to Sam's to the Lego store a couple of weeks ago, I took a few sections back with me, and I was just going to pack them in my case and take what I could. And then the way we had left it was that Jonty was going to put all of his clothes and bits that he needed in like a small cabin bag and his backpack. And then Sam was going to pack 2 suitcases, one of which he would take and then one of which Jonty would take. But what we discovered when we got to the airport, well, on the way to the airport, was that Jonty had bought like a half-empty suitcase and Sam had bought 2 suitcases. So Sam had to buy the extra baggage. I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, it mattered. In fact, I think with the amount of stuff that Sam bought, and all the parts drafts and stuff, I imagine we would have needed the extra bag on the way back anyway, so it wasn't a massive deal. But it was just another miscommunication that I thought was was quite funny. Rule 1 I've learned: studio lies. Studio does lie. Studio lies. Yes, I noticed you singing in the video. It was great. Best to just exclude next live. I know. I was like, when we did the final take, because I looked over a couple of times, and a couple of the earlier takes, Lex was like actually giving it a good go. The last like 3, when I was like, oh, I think we got it. Lex is there just like, bloody Lex. Ugh. Could have given it a bit more, but no. And then Caleb ran away. Caleb and Michael disappeared for the dance part. That was suspicious. But no, it was good. It was good. How was the yard sale with the new system? Was it a lot easier to get around? I remember it being just packed last year. It was late. The garage sale was laid out a lot better this year. I will say that. So instead of having like a big island in the middle and then people around the outside, they still had people around the outside, but then they had like tables, probably maybe like 4 rows of tables back to back. So it just meant that crowds were moving in different directions, and that part of it, sorry, I found TD and sacred signage. I know where I fall in your priority list, Caleb. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. I don't feel quite so bad about forgetting the banner now. It's all good. It's all good. But no, the layout of the yard sale was a lot better. The ticketing system seemed to work. There was a lot of people that kind of thought that like certain people may have got preferential treatment with some of the times, maybe. But yeah, that was. I mean, I don't know. I ended up just buying a table in like before. I just walked in. In fact, we were doing one of the parts drafts, so I actually rocked up a little bit late. But they like took me over to my table. I had my backpack and I had all the parts from the parts draft. So and Nicole had literally just given me some like Lego trading cards that she didn't want. So I had those in my bag. And then worst case, if they had said anything, I was just going to be like, oh yeah, I've got this stuff in my bag to sell. Luckily they took me to my thing and then they went, and then I said to the person next to me, like, you can use this space, it's fine. Actually worked quite well because Caleb and both Ross kind of used the area under the tables to stash some of the stuff as they went around and spent more money. But I think on the most part the garage sale worked better in that system. Like I said, I think it does depend on the time and how much you want to go crazy on it, but yeah, I think it did work better. I don't know. What would Caleb, Lauren, Shy, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Ranking your friends by subcat show. Honestly. Did you find any bargains at the sale? So there wasn't really. Oh, however, okay, I haven't even told Paige this yet. I need to guilt trip her about this. Nothing was left. To be fair, a lot of the good stuff had gone. Yeah, only worth it if you had like an 8 to 8:30 slot. That's fair. That's probably fair. That was the first time we saw them meant to come back, but got caught up in a Yap Fest. I was the Yapper. I am not surprised. I'm indifferent to it. Okay, I think it worked better because I had an early time slot. If I had a late time slot, I'd be complaining. Probably fair. There wasn't any crazy deals, I don't think. Although Caleb got a good deal on the Monkey Kid Team HQ. There was certain stuff. There was a particular seller, I think, that was letting stuff go, like, because they genuinely just wanted rid of it. The majority of stuff seemed to be in and around Bricklink prices. So there wasn't anything like super crazy. I don't think, like I said, there's the odd thing here and there, that people were just trying to get rid of stuff. But the general thing was it was around Bricklink prices. I walked in, and so before I left, my mom gave me some cash money, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put that aside for the yard sale. And it was about 100 and something. It was like $190, I think it ended up being. But I agree with the crowd control. Yeah, the crowd control, the way it flowed, it was better. But yeah, okay. So I walked in. I kind of have a little look around. I go to this one seller, and he's got like quite a big boat. One of the old like classic pirate boats at the front of his stand. So the other thing was like it was maybe like a 6-foot table, and each seller only had like half a table. So a lot of the people that have bought a lot of stuff either were laying their boxes out like that, in which you could only really see what was at the front unless they had it like small to large, or they were laying them like sideways, so you could only see like the edge of the boxes. So you had to have like a proper look at what people were selling. But so I walked up to this one guy, and I'm like looking through his stuff, and you guys know that probably my biggest white whale at the moment is the Maersk train, and so this guy had a couple of classic boats, and he had one of the old like an older train set. He had the Horizon Express, which is another train that I really want to get, and he had the Maersk train. And I was looking at it, and the price was really good. In fact, the price was really good. It was $450 sealed in box. The Horizon Express was like $240, I think. And I was looking at it, and I walked away, and I came back to it, and I walked away, and I came back to it. And then another seller had had a Pharaoh's Quest set, and it was the Attack of the Flying Mummies, which is like the fighter plane, and they had that listed for $70. None of those I couldn't find any sealed in the UK on Bricklink. I didn't check eBay. But I was like, the annoying thing was, I literally said the last time I let a Horizon Express go, I let one go at Bricktastic the first year. I let one go at Chicago last year, and the main hall, I think they were selling that for about $450. And then another, and I was like, if I see it again, I'm going to get it. But realistically, I don't think I would have got it home. I just didn't have enough space. I had to buy that extra mosaic set. We had done a ton of parts drafts. Like my luggage was building up quite quickly, so I had to let both the Horizon Express and the Maersk train go. But I did pick up the Pharaoh's Quest set, which I was super happy with. It's like a nice size box, and I think I picked up some Pharaoh's Quest there the first year I went at the yard sale. And I want to complete Pharaoh's Quest. I want to get them all sealed in box, but I'm just like really slowly doing it. and just like as and when I see stuff. So that was like a nice thing to do. I got it down to 60 as well, which I thought was, yeah, I was really, really happy with. Claire got everything that I would want outside of Amidala. Fair. Yeah, Claire was going in on some stuff as well. You also have certain individuals at 8 dropping 10k plus and grabbing everything they can to each their own. Yeah, there were some big spenders. Text mom, the money is for Penelope. Tech, I heard Brickworld, honestly. I don't think there's a perfect way to deal with the yard sale with the small space they have. You either let everyone in and have a frenzy, or you control the crowd, but can feel a tad unfair. I mean, they could put it in a bigger room. They could give people one table, spread the tables right out, and put it in a bigger room. But they don't want to. The bigger they make it, because that was the other thing, is like they've really condensed down the amount of table space you could have, because I think that they clocked on that a lot of people were probably like Bricklink stores or like definitely sold Lego outside of just getting rid of some stuff that they wanted to shift, and would probably not losing out money on vendor space, but people were kind of abusing the fun nature of it. But it is what it is. Yes, TJ, I think it was in the same hall as it was last year. Put it in a big room and let everyone go wild. I want the third world marketplace vibes. It is more fun. It creates an atmosphere. People are also more likely to buy a lot more as well. Chicago doesn't care about the yard sale. It's not a priority to them. Absolutely true. I agree. Put it in a bigger room, and just go from there. But no, it was good. It was good. Yeah, to be honest, I can't remember what everyone got. I think John T got some figures. John T also got rid of some figures as well. Sam bought some parts, obviously, I think. But yeah, I think that was all I bought. There was the Buzz Lightyear ship. Someone was selling that for $25, and in hindsight, I probably should have picked that one up, because I'll probably spend most of that on figures, because I want to get the figures from that set. So I probably should have picked that one up, and I could have crushed the box, and that wouldn't have mattered, because I would have built it anyway. I was like, I went back and forth about wanting that set, and I'm not mad that I've missed out on it. But I do want the figures, and they're still relatively cheap. But for $25, that could have been a nice pickup. Had the Ferris Quest set not been there, I probably would have got that. They had two of them as well, and they were there for quite a while. So I left it. I went up to them and said, "Oh, would you take 20?" Been really cheeky. When they still had two, and then I saw that they only had one left. And I did another war round, and then by the time I got back round, that had gone. But it's not a big deal. It was one less thing for me to carry home. And like I said, the figures are pretty inexpensive anyway. So, but yeah, that was the yard sale. What else did we get up to? We went out for dinner a few times. That was good. Trying to think what else there was. No, the convention, the table foosball tournament. Yeah, no, it was good. I ended up, in preparation to packing, I had bought the flower pot. In fact, I've got it down there. It's the yellow Creator 3-in-1 flower boot thing. The watering can boot. I don't know what the third thing is. But the flower pot, I bought that to do as a parts draft. I didn't have enough room in my suitcases to bring it, because the official ones have to have the boxes still intact, so I couldn't just part it out. Had I known about the John T's bag situation beforehand, I could have took it. It was what it was. And then I also had one of the dream sets, and when it come time to doing it, what was I doing? I was still trying to get my mosaic sorted. And Sam was being super helpful, trying to help me out with that. And he really wanted to do that. He was like looking at the set to try and buy, I was only doing it because I got it free, and I didn't pay anything for it. So I owed Sam a bit of money for the taxi that we ended up getting from the airport to the convention, and something else I think I owed him a few bucks for, but we just called it quits. I gave him the set and he went into the parts draft. He had a much better time doing it. He had a great time. He would have got much more use out of those parts as well. So I've still not done an official parts draft. However, we did do there was probably like 6 or 7 of us across 3 different drafts. We did Hagrid's Hut, fantastic draft. We did the tiny plants, great, another great draft. And the Botanical Garden, we did the Botanical Garden live. Claire was just like fantastic in helping us organize. Like Claire wasn't taking part in any of the drafts, but she like proper like took the reins on getting things sorted and trying to sort stuff out. And we were like doing the picks, and then she was like sorting out the next one. It was great. Claire absolutely smashed it on that one. It was like a lot of help, but it was like right before the yard sale. We thought we had allocated enough time. And Botanical Garden just has so many unique elements. Tiny Plants and Hagrid's Hut felt like, especially Tiny Plants, had a lot of quantities of like the same pieces. But yeah, the Botanical Garden just seems to have endless amounts of unique elements. So we like ran out of containers to put it in. There was just like piles dumped on the table. It was just a mess. It was a mess. It's very, very fun. Fun drafts, but shattered. Honestly, yeah, it was it was fun. I think next time we would just do 1 or 2, or at least like do one night and then do another night. Split it up a bit more. Maybe just be a bit more careful about the ones we pick. But the sets were all 3 sets were great. I got some fantastic pieces. Can't wait to go through those. Oh, Sam did do. So I went out to play basketball with a few people one day, which was fun. But it meant that I missed the Space Lab draft. I didn't actually buy the set, but Sam ended up going out that morning and getting the set, and he got one for me. So the Brickworlds did my picks. So I've also got the pieces from that. So yeah, got tons of new pieces to sort, as if I didn't have enough already. So that's going to be fun over the next 150 sort out streams. Hey King on North, how you doing, mate? Yeah, it is a really awesome set, Mark. Yeah, but yeah, I think. Has anyone got any questions? Anything else people are curious about? I have to say, I don't know if this was just because of where we were located. I don't think the private days were as crazy this year as they felt the last 2 years. I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel like the public days. Did I say public? I think I said private days. I meant public days. I don't think the Saturday and Sunday public hours felt as manic and as crazy as they did the first couple of years. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, Lauren. What? I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't seem as wild and as busy. But maybe I'm completely missing it. Where were you guys located? We were like right in the corner. Managed to blag my way into Influencer Alley. So that was fun. But we were like right in the corner, which I think turned out to be a good spot. I think it ended up, at first we were like not sure, but I think it turned out to be nice. Like it wasn't like right in the doorway where you have like tons of passing traffic. Like people had to actively walk like right around the perimeter to come and see your stuff. Which I think in the grand scheme, probably not best for like exposure of your mock, but for like crowd and it not being so busy, I think it worked out well. Did I hear right that somebody asked you for an autograph thinking you were Sam? It was fine, but we made it okay. Yeah, fair, Lauren, fair. Actively, yeah, that's fair. Hey Maxine, how you doing? Did I hear right that somebody asked you for an autograph thinking you were Sam? Not in so... Yeah, I mean, kind of. Kind of. So... I guess she won't see this because this is... Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we'll just tell her anyway. So, I didn't... Although I... asked for mock cards last because I changed my mock a few times. Like I asked for mock cards and but they were like last minute ones. They opened it like a couple of like the week before the convention. So the week before I asked for mock cards. I didn't actually get any. And so the way it was laid out, so Sam had his big mech thing with his mock card in. And then he also had just the like start finish line of the pod race with both of our pods under it. And then I had the Sabrina Carpenter mosaic, and then I had the Duel of the Fates mock. Neither of which had mock cards. So I was stood behind the display when this woman come up to me. And she was like, it was first time at Brickworld. She's like recently into the hobby. She's just chatting, just like having a good time. And so I think she just assumed that I was Sam by the mock cards. And I don't think I must have not registered or heard like, oh no, she didn't actually acknowledge that until later on, or until she left and she said, oh, bye Sam. And I was like, huh. But she was going around like asking people to sign like her handbook that she had. What else did she? Oh, she wanted the channel name and a signature. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I did that, put Planet Tech. I closed the book as soon as she said Sam, because I realized like this is not how this should have been. And then it was like it was so awkward because I bumped into her again later, and it might have even been the next day. And she was like, hi, Sam. And I was like, hi, because I just didn't have the heart to correct her. It was just one of those things where I was just like super awkward about. And so yeah, so someone somewhere has a book of Planet Tech and the Tech signature, and they thought that they were getting Not That Sam Smith. I think they've upgraded, personally. I think they've done better out of that. But that's just me. Dear me, stealing Sam's thunder, honestly. Oh, I'm actually Planet Tech. Yeah, exactly, Jake. Exactly. But yeah, that was... There it is, the upgrade. Exactly, Lauren, exactly. Okay. You need to keep a closer eye on Tech next year. I was very well behaved, Simon. I don't know what you're talking about. This year, like I said, I had one drink when we went out for Mexican the first night, and I instantly regretted it because I had the burrito the size of a pab cup. Like I don't think you could have fitted this burrito inside a large pab cup. It was humongous. And I had a beer on top of that, and I was like, just didn't need this. Me and John T ended up walking home because we were just so full. Like, it was ridiculous. And then I had a couple of drinks one night with when Sam had his I told him I wouldn't post the video. Can I talk about the story? Hey, you okay? Good. What you been listening to? What'd you hear? So hardly anything. Yeah, you see that? Did you see that there was no Maersk train?
When you started telling that story, I thought, where did you?
Yeah, it's in Sam's suitcase. go pick it up.
Yeah, the football one, right? I know you got.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm gonna wrap things up in a bit, but yeah, I will. Story time. Don't dangle the carrot and leave us there. Oh, I feel bad. Because it was. I mean, it was so funny. It was so funny. Oh wow, is that standard sort of stuff where people ask for autographs at these events? Very cool. She obviously likes your display though, even if she got your name wrong. Yeah, or at least she likes Sam's mocks. So I guess that's something. But I mean, yeah, I don't think I signed. I think I signed maybe like 4 autographs or something. So, but I mean, it is very much a thing. A lot of people, like people that you interact with, like I know Shy does it. Shy will get you to sign a brick. I actually didn't do any this year, which was stupid because I met a ton of new people for the first time. But I usually get like gold oval tiles signed by people. That's usually my thing, but I just completely forgot to bring those out. I mean, took them with me. I just completely forgot to get them. Get people to sign them this year. But yeah, people like often a lot of people. I know Sans does like a lime 2x4 brick. Yeah, so that's just like a fun thing to exchange with people. But yeah, that was funny. Eating is cheating, honestly, it is. No, there was I think this would have been like Friday night, maybe. I think it must have been Friday night. So it was Friday night because I just filmed the TikTok, and I was like, I need a drink. So some of us walked to 7-Eleven. I went and got a few drinks. Oh my god, we had Smirnoff Ice. Like real hardcore drinkers here, people. Like don't at me. Like I know how to put them back. Yeah, we got some Smirnoff Ice. I also got some rum. But yeah, I had 1 Smirnoff Ice and then like a little bit of rum, and then this was like at 4:30 maybe. We were in the it was me, Lex, John T, Michael, and Sam, and we were all sat just in the communal area down in the lobby, and we're all just chatting away, and I turn around, I look at John T, and I look over his shoulder, and and Sam has fallen asleep on the sofa. And it was so funny. And I don't know if you guys know, but Sam has a reputation that once he is asleep, a freight train could like steam past him, and he will not wake up. The guy is near on impossible to wake up when he is asleep. It is quite something. A Smirnoff Ice and Blue WKD. Oh, to be 17 again. Honestly, it was great. There ain't nothing waking a sleeping Sam. Honestly. And so Sam fell asleep, and we decided to play Bucking Bronco. And so, bearing in mind, we were just like in the lobby. We'd just had like a few drinks and stuff. So we like me, John T, Michael, and Sam. And Lex all took it in turns to like place an item on Sam. Not even a discounted merch train. Too soon, Simon. Too soon. But yeah, we all took it in turns to place something on Sam, and then obviously the loser is the one that waits at Sam. We played this game for half an hour. And that is no exaggeration. We played it for half an hour. We got some of the most ridiculous stuff balanced on his head, and he did not move. Like, he did not move. He did not make a sound. It was absolutely ridiculous. Only reason I missed this is because I went to bed early. Apparently 3:30 was early. Literally, I think it was like 4 or 4:30. It was stupid. But the amount of stuff we got balanced on his head. So like in the lobby, there's like these massive plant pots with like these plants and lights and stuff, and they have like these slates. We stacked those on his head. I got a light bulb out of one of the lamps. I made sure it was cooled down because obviously that had been on all day. I didn't want to just scold his head. I put that on his head. I think Lex Lex put a bottle cap on his nipple. That didn't move the whole time. We placed like the alcohol bottles like in his arms, so it looked like he had passed out from drinking. And just like, obviously we'd all had a couple of drinks. It was stupid o'clock in the morning, so we're all a bit delirious. So we're putting one thing on his head and we are wetting ourselves and not even being quiet. Like, it wasn't even a game of we had to be dead silent, otherwise he'd wake up. I think I could have threw the sofa at him and he wouldn't have woke up. Like, it was ridiculous. He wasn't naked. No, he wasn't naked. He was all fully clothed. It was all above board. I'm assuming there are photos roaming out there. There are photos. There are videos. I promised Sam that I wouldn't post them. But this story is just too funny not to tell. But so I was like, he's gonna wake up any second. I was like, I'm gonna go to the toilet because otherwise I would have wet myself. On the way back, I saw from across the lobby that he still wasn't awake. And that John T and Michael were still like absolutely wetting themselves. So they had like this coffee table book. This is like a thick, chunky book. I brought that over, rested that on his head, still nothing. And then they had like these tabletop ornaments, this like big ball thing. And there was some weight to that as well. And putting the book on there was like a leveler. And it meant we could just stack so much more on it, and it didn't have to balance so much. So then the ball went on top. It was so funny. It was so funny. Michael wrote MKM, his channel name, on Sam's leg, and he would like slightly twinge when the pen was touching him. But we were like, okay, we've been doing this for half an hour now. We need to get Sam awake. And there was a lime from someone's drink, and Lex like squirted it into Sam's mouth, and he's there like passed out. Like, it was, oh my god, it was, and he finally woke up. It was so funny. It was so funny. Too good. By far one of the highlights. One of my top 10 not that Sam Smith moments, without a shadow of a doubt. Maybe even top 5. Too good. But that's what you get for falling asleep. No less in a public space. But yeah, it was yeah, we were literally just taking things from around the lobby. We were like, what is the most ridiculous thing we could get to balance? Rebel destroying the place. So we were half expecting one of the like staff to come up to us, but like obviously there was no one around. It was like 3:30. But yeah, we made sure we put everything back, and we didn't completely trash it. We cleared up after ourselves. It wasn't a problem. But no, that was very, very funny. That was definitely one of the highlights of the trip. Just seeing Sam like with his book and this like massive bull spear thing on. Oh, it's too funny. But yeah, so that, in a nutshell, was Brickworld Chicago 2024. If you guys got any more questions, then chuck them in chat right now. Yeah, it was just all around a good time. Just got to hang out with a ton of people again. Yeah, it was amazing. One thing that was quite funny, like me and Sam had like no clue who this guy was. But in fact, I did know of him through one of his interviews. But it was a guy. Oh, hang on one second. So Caleb's just sent me a photo of my reaction to Sam, to us stacking stuff on Sam. I'll see if I can show this. Oh god, hang on. Lock rotation. There we go. So Caleb has screenshotted me. You can't really see because my case, but it was so ridiculously funny. I did ask one earlier, mate. Wait, what did you ask, Mark? Let me scroll up. Pushing the alky boat out. Oh, I did. What would you recommend for a UK A4 wanting to go budget wise? It seemed quite pricey to get that. So I went from, what did I go from? I checked in Wednesday and I checked out Sunday. So I did Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. I did 4 nights. I would suggest if you wanted to go and do Chicago, probably do like 6. If you actually want to go do Chicago, maybe don't book the Schaumburg hotel. Like book a place downtown, because you are probably the best part of an hour away from like downtown Chicago. So maybe go from the airport to Chicago and then come back out to Schaumburg. But the 4 nights on the hotel room rate cost me with tax £565 or £564.91. So that was the price of the hotel. Obviously, if you are sharing that, you could half it. So that could be a big saving. If you can get the room rate, it's very, very good. It's actually quite good value. Obviously, this is like, it doesn't include food. There is a hotel restaurant. There is also a Starbucks there, but none of that is like included. What I will say is my friend Jake and Zane, they stayed at another hotel. It was like a couple of minutes away. I don't know what transport's like between that hotel and the convention. I don't know if the shuttle dolly goes back and forth to the hotel to that one. You'd have to check that. But he said he paid about the same. He paid about $150 a night. Again, split between 2 of them, and they got breakfast included. So that's like a bit more of a budget option. If you're looking for that. The flights I spent about £780 on. At certain points, you could probably get them a lot cheaper or a bit cheaper. Actually, that doesn't seem right. Why does that not seem right? That seems too much. That seems too much. I thought they were cheaper than that this year. And then my general spending outside of the cash money that I had for like that my mum gave me, I spent £250. That was including like a few meals out. I went to Target. I got some stuff that would include like I got some Lego sets from Target for the parts drafts. So you could bring that number right down as well. So like I think like if you're, I mean, what's that, about £1,500 ish, just over. If you're really quite frugal, and like I said, if you half the hotel with someone else, you can comfortably do it for £1,500, which it's still a lot of money. But I do think the experience is worth it. It is the best Lego convention in the world in terms of mocks. The mocks this year were like on another level comparatively to other years. So if you are really inspired by going and seeing other people's mocks, like I hugely recommend going. And also just getting to meet. It's such a good place to go and meet tons of people that we speak to online. It's one of the reasons why I'm like, I said I wouldn't go next year, and I'm like still in that mindset. But like that, I would never get another opportunity to see as many people in 1 week as I do going there, which is like just fantastic. Hey Greg, how you doing, mate? I haven't looked at Airbnbs, but that might be a shout. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how much they are. How long until Sam realized the bottle? That one fell off as soon as he got up. But yeah, but no. So you can do it for, like I said, £1,500 is no mean feat. But you could comfortably do it for that. Yeah. And it's not. I personally think it's worth it. I get to see a ton of my like really close friends, like I said, that I would struggle to see otherwise. I am going to be prioritizing other trips to America, I think, next year, and another trip that I'm hoping to do before Chicago. So like maybe next year, if I was to think about doing it, I would really be trying to do it on the cheap. But yeah, that would be that would be my tip. Like looking at the other hotel, like Maxine said, maybe maybe an Airbnb. The one thing that you do, like the biggest convenience is the convention center is attached to the hotel. Like you do not have to leave. They have food trucks going as well, so you don't have to just eat at the hotel restaurant. I think the food trucks were quite popular this year. So that's another thing. You can also get like Uber Eats and things. If you're from the UK and you don't mind walking, you can certainly walk to like a decent amount of stuff if you're not bothered by like walking like a mile or two. Like not a problem. But yeah, there are certainly ways to budget. You could also probably get 3 in a room if you really wanted to. If you wanted to like rent out the sofa bed as well, that could also bring your room costs down. What I would say is the convenience of having, if you can get the room rate of $156 plus tax or whatever it is, I think the value in being at the hotel outweighs the cost that you would save staying at another hotel, because you do have to factor in like how you're getting to and from the convention hall each day. And it's not just obviously Saturday, Sunday. If you're going for the whole thing, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're wanting to do like the yard sale and World of Lights, they go on, like World of Lights goes on past midnight. So if you want to stay and do that, you're probably gonna have to get a taxi. Then it's like, well, are you actually saving? So like that's something to weigh out. I think staying in the hotel is kind of a no-brainer. But again, it's another, if you're not afraid to drive, that's definitely an option. Then yeah, but yeah, it depends on having the transport. Fair, I need a job to cover plane and hotel costs as I cannot afford it. I mean, yeah, it's look, £1,500 is a lot of money, and especially at the moment, it's hard to prioritize that when you think like, oh, how many Lego sets could that buy me? And like, but no, I think the experience is amazing, and I think it's, yeah. Bringing Lego friends closer on another level. It really is, yeah. I could stay at TJ's hotel if it finished in time. Oh dear, it might be a bit cramped, KO. If you're really down bad, Mark, you could stay with me. You just got to clean and organize the Lego room. Mark might take you up on that, Jake. He might take you up on that. Yeah, you haven't visited for weeks with an offer like that, honestly. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it, guys, unless you have any more questions. Brickworld Chicago was another great trip. I know Greg had a great time. I think the Bods did as well. Nicole seemed like she was having an absolute blast. Yeah, you're not wrong, exactly. So yeah, take it from them as well. I'm sure Greg will say it in his vlogs and stuff when they all come out. And the Bods as well, they'll do videos on it, getting their kind of summary and recaps. Yeah, I'm interested to see what their kind of opinion was, what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it so much. But Jake, don't even start this. You didn't even respond to my message. I messaged you saying, where are you? And you didn't respond. I've had enough of you, honestly. I have had enough. It was awesome. Where else could you and me go for a walk about at 1 a.m. in the morning? Surrounded by, honestly, dude, yeah. Like me and Greg were just wandering around, shooting the shizzle. Like, yeah, it was great. We were just like looping around and round and round, bumping into people, introducing Greg to new people, some like Jake and his friend Zane as well. Like, yeah, it's just fantastic. It's just honestly fantastic. Was there noticeably lots of people vlogging? Obviously, I was with Emily quite a bit, and I was noticed that she was vlogging. Holly was doing a bit of vlogging as well. Other than that, I'm not sure. Greg was. I don't think I actually saw Greg vlog all that much, to be honest. I think me and Sam filmed a bit for Pop's Block Shop's vlog. But other than that, not tons. There was people filming content, not necessarily vlogging. But I mean, it certainly wasn't like, it wasn't you weren't looked at in any weird way. Yeah, a lot of Twitch streamers were there this year. Yeah, I didn't have signal. Unbelievable. Enough signal to post to your story, but not enough signal to respond. I see. I had one vodka soda and it all went downhill from there. Oh dear. Oh dear. Love the short you did. Thank you, Maxine. It was very stressful. There will be I'll probably dump a load of stuff on the members both the members vlogs. I might just post up somewhere. That short took way too long to film. For the first hour or so, maybe even longer, completely my fault. I was like, I don't want to ask anyone. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Like, I was really like valuing other people's time. And then me and Greg ended up walking around a bit, and so that got delayed. And then the last like couple of once I was in it, I was like, right, let's do it. And then like trying to ask people really nicely, but also being like, this is stupid o'clock in the morning. Can we just get this filmed? But I am really appreciative of your time. Yeah, there was a lot of takes. Let's say there was a lot of takes, and I will probably just like post some of the raw takes up on the members for members at some point. But a good group of the Twitchers, they're trying to get more people next year too. There you go, Mark. There you go. You're in. You are in. Okay, guys, I'm going to go watch Spain and Italy. I think I've just missed most of the first half, but I have Spain in our family sweepstakes, so I need to go catch up with those. Thank you all for hanging out. I very much appreciate it. Like the stream if you haven't already. And yeah, bear with me on content this week, members specifically. I am going to try get the members, the first members vlog out in the run up to Chicago on Saturday. But just bear with me. I've got Penelope also on my own this weekend. Paige is ditching me. She's getting she's getting her own back for me being away for Chicago, and is going away for the weekend. But yeah, bear with me on that. If not, it will all start coming out next week. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.